can join in. And as we'll see in the video, when the ball is played back and then the pass is made a second time, you could effectively have two players that join in with the target player. So Ian, let's talk about the methodology as it relates to this activity.
Yeah, I think even for a young team playing this game, and you'll see it demonstrated with college players, there's a lot of potential functional utility. So first of all, we've got the goalkeeper distributing the ball with his or her hands and feet to defenders in close proximity. So this defender and this one when they're back in here, they're in the type of positions they might be as centre backs receiving goal kicks inside the penalty area now. So there's quite a lot of crossover there to features of the modern game. I like the idea that we have a robust numerical advantage, which would be natural as we're hopefully playing out the back against the lone striker. But of course, if the lone striker can indeed steal it, let's allow them to counterattack and we'll play. So we definitely want that. In the ready position, the one striker against the two defenders, initially, we might have to put a little stipulation on the defenders to mark goal side initially, because they could really mess up the activity if they defend too robustly that single striker. But everything now is about getting it into the striker and then the manner of support and making sure that support is given with width. So the cones give us that little guideline and they condition the players when the ball is played into the forward from running into really close areas of support and actually killing space. And so the idea now is, as it goes in, there's a lot of support on the wide side. This has the potential to draw defenders. And now we actually start to have more realistic open attacks into the final third or the opponent's goal box.
So Ian, let's now have a look at the video and then we'll come back and talk about sequence 2 and 3.
The effective coach will sometimes lay out the field to bring out a point. In this small-sided game activity, we use wide gates to encourage the players to make wide movement.
2v1 in your half with your keeper. Okay, if you can find your target, you can support her, but you must come through the gates. So if you get it, if any one of you guys can pass it into her, you two, any one of you can support her, but you've got to go through the wide gate. You play it to her. No. 1 second. They can play it over the halfway line any way they want to. Yeah. Now, if they played it to you there, I'm going to suggest that the support player comes through here. Or if they played it to you there and you cut in, they could go through that gate and create the 2v1 or the 2v2. Okay? Now, given that we have a very tiny field, we want to get some pictures. Defenders, kind of let it get into the target, right? Really defend, defenders, the 2 and the 2. Defend after the other girls got in. You follow me? Okay, then if you win it, you can play it up here into a 1v1 and then you can go support it, yeah? So if you support her in here, so now it's 2v2, and they win it and play it into orange, you're the one that has to recover, yeah? So defenders are always trying to get home, attackers just get to hang out. Are you an attacker in real life?
Yeah,
Some days. So make the field nice and long. Okay, we'll start with the white team. So the object of the activity is to possess in the back, play it to your target, and then support your target, but the support must come from the wide gates. And then we'll have a 2 versus 2 in here. We can keep playing backwards and forwards, but the supporting runs must come from wide positions. So we're using the gates to force you to support from wide positions. Okay, and we play keep. Good. Can we find the target? Who's going to support her? Who's going? Good. You're through. You're in. Okay. We can play 2v2 and play. Good. A little bit longer target. Good. Who's supporting her? Good job. All right. Excellent job. Now, what you guys did a good job is you both went through the gate and then one of you stepped out and one of you stayed in. That's totally cool. So if you're communicating, you can decide between you with her who the best support option is. And we play. Make a nice target for me. Good. Yeah, can we find her? Good. Who supports her? All right, unlucky. Can we play it in? Well recovered, Orange. Good stuff. Good strike. And we go white. Make it long for me, target. Okay, so let's just look at this one. Play it into her, support her, play it in and just play it into her and support her. Okay, this is going nowhere, so what could be the instruction from you? You're going to call her out and you come in, so we can push and pull. Now this player has to think about you, might create more space here. You follow me? Okay, also, goalie. Once the ball has been introduced to the whites by you, if you get it back and can see the target, you can play it. So it must go from you into the back third, yeah, back half, but then once it's possessed, you can play in a two. So target player, you can get it from your keeper, you can get it from your keeper too. All right, check out and play. Let's go. So we're really looking to see which player can make the best decision on when to support. Who is the best support option? Okay, good. So they made a choice. And we play again, recover white, recover white. So our white's defenders are recovering. Can you see the target, goalie? Excellent job, good. Okay, excellent job. She's not happy. She plays it to you. Give it straight back to her and join in. And now we get the 3v2. You get the idea? Okay, can I see the ball? Good, can we find that target? Nice and high. Good, well done. Can we get a hit? Good, and we got two in. Good, so we got a 3v2. Fantastic, well done, excellent. Way to bring in all the players. Good job, White. Goalie, you can find the target too, remember. Good choice, kick it back out. Start again, start, good, well done. Use the keeper too if you want. And you're at 3v2, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, so that is the end of the video, and we've seen now sequences 2 and 3 in the video. So let's now look at them on a static diagram with quick tactics. And here we have the play we saw previously where the girl had passed the ball forward into the target player, and her teammate had rushed forward to support, and now she's finishing here against the goalkeeper. And because we have even numbers on both ends of the field, we are now going to just reset with this player that just took the shot now dropping back into the zone, and now we're playing again with the goalkeeper and the 3 defenders against the 1 attacker, trying to get the ball forward. Again, with the idea that once we play the ball forward, then one of the 2 players that are in the defensive zone can now progress into the attacking zone through one of the wide gates. Ian, let's talk about the methodology as it relates to sequence 2.
Yeah, some of the things that I think the video brings to life is possibly not captured actually in this diagram. So if the target player, the central player, striker stays centrally, it kind of opens up both gates as potential places to support from. What we saw in the video was that very often, though, the forward would get over to one side, and then the support players would want to stay on that near side gate. And what we'd be looking for is if we can come in from one angle, can we go out the other side? In this particular case, we see our striker has stayed somewhat centrally. There's been good width here. That's going to definitely unbalance these 2 defenders, because one of them at least has to attend to the ball. You can't let the striker just be free to go. And then does their teammate stay and cover them, or does the teammate get drawn out to the ball? And if so, can they get there in time to prevent, in this case, what is a shot. So a lot of it is to do with the positioning of the striker, the decision-making of the two support players, the two potential support players, and this notion of mobility and, of course, width is all attacking principles set up to unbalance defenders. So we've got our opposed principles of play for attacking and defending too.
So third sequence in, and we see now the play going back in the opposite direction with the blue team. I've illustrated this though using the goalkeeper in the sequence. With the goalkeeper and two defenders against one red attacker, we have a significant numerical advantage. And often with youth players, of course, we don't have them typically play to the goalkeeper, but in the modern game, of course, we do need to use the goalkeeper to develop our attack. So here, the goalkeeper has received the ball back, found the target player, and that sequence has allowed the other defender to get forward and find space on the left-hand side for a finish.
Yeah, this is an important diagram for youth coaches. So when we have 1, 2, and let's just say we've got another defender in here, possession versus 1, we should be quite comfortable. The problem with the 3 versus 1 is the striker gets isolated and may have to hold on to the ball for a long period of time before support can arrive. So what we see here is a much better solution. The goalkeeper takes on the responsibility to play with one teammate to create the 2v1. And while that is happening, the other defender can join in and get themselves up to support the striker. So now this attack doesn't have to take a break or take a pause while support is provided. So again, we've got goalkeeper and teammate possessing and a forward pass. And as the ball is traveling now, the player deep can get into support. And so this could maybe be a 1-2 touch pass, support to the weak side, and a shot at goal. So all the time as coaches, if we can get our numerical advantages down to just one extra player, we'll be able to create numerical overloads, or at least better numerical situations, in this case 2v2, in the front line.
Well, thank you, Ian, for your time today, and thank you, coaches, for joining us on this edition of Give and Go Live.